Today I have finished my keychain. That's in another video, how to do a bug out keychain. Now I'm working on my flashlight. I couldn't find a holder that was suitable for it, so I am going to create a holder out of an old belt, leather belt, and this is the first part. I cut it to fit. The flashlight will go inside of there. There'll be a snap at the top, like that. It'll go over top, and it'll basically just flashlight will sit in there, and I'll just show you what I'm going to do after that. So basically right now my thing is getting the snaps on here, and then I will be doing some sewing and whatnot. So for now this will be it, and yeah, I'm going to have a flashlight holder finally. And this will be the leather flashlight holder from recycled belt material. This is the top piece that I now have to put one of these clasps on. It's a snap. This goes on the top, and I've learned how to do my own now. So really what it is this. I don't know if you can see it. They're snap rings. Snap fastener kit. So I don't have a proper tripod, so I will do my best to show you how I'm going to do this. Don't mind the mess in my house. So what I do, I don't know if you can see this. This is the metal guard right here. You put the button in there, if you can see. And then what you do is you put your piece where you want it to go through there. Give me 1 second. Okay. And then that would go through the hole that I've cut right there. And then bead that goes on the top of that right here. And you put it on there, and then use this punch to hit it down with a hammer or an axe or whatever you have. It just sits right on top of there like that. And that's it. That's basically what you do. You hit it a couple times so the metal will bend over inside of there. And once you do that, the button should stick, so you're actually able to use it. And then you do the opposite with the other side, with the other piece, and they should snap together, and I'll show you a video after I get that done. I'll be back. I now have hit it with the little bar. It basically pushes that little hole in, bends it over, and now I have a clasp on the outside, and I will fold it over after and be able to haps it together. Alright, so I had a little bit of a hiccup. I put the top piece on backwards, so I had to fix that up. But now I've got the top piece done, and I am starting to get to work on the bottom piece, and that'll be the receptor basically. And let me just see if I could show you. So you just flip this opposite way to the smaller piece. You put this piece on there. You put it on the ground or on the table or wherever you want that solid. Can you see this? And then after you've done that, you take your metal again. You put it inside of there, and you can hear it kind of snap, and then you've got to hit that with the hammer so that it bends over, and that way it'll kind of catch. Let's see. So I'm going to hit. I don't think you guys can see this, but it makes it a little hard because I don't have a proper tripod. But I'll hit it, and then hopefully you guys can watch. If not, I'll show you after. Basically, hit it till it bends. Then you take your metal piece out, Now I can take my belt. It's connected. My flashlight will sit up there. That's the next piece. When I get past this point, I'll show you what's happening next. I'm going to wrap another and sew another piece on here and make a belt loop. And I have a flashlight holder. I'll show you the rest when I get to that point. So things are going fairly well with this. This is the process. This is what I have so far. So this will be the holder. Bear in mind, this is my first time doing this. This is actually an old belt that I bought from Value Village for $3.99, and I got a ton left. I did one keychain, and now I'm at this. Now I have this flashlight holder. Next stage, I'm going to wrap this with a strap of this fabric. I'm going to sew it on so that it closes up the sides, and I've made it so that you just snap the top. Flashlight can come out. And that's the way that it'll be done. So I'll basically be able to slide that flashlight down inside of that again when I have the strap on. It'll hold it in, and then I can just kind of snap it back in place. I also have to make a belt loop, so I can put this on my belt, and this will be with my everyday carry. I was looking for a proper flashlight holder and couldn't find anything, so I'm really thankful to be able to make these. It's pretty cool. Next, after this, I don't know, I got a few other projects in mind, but I'm not done my bug out keychain yet. If you haven't seen the video, check it out, because I'm adding to that, and it looks pretty cool so far. So, and it's something you carry all the time, which is awesome. So I don't know, I'll have to look. I'll have to, I don't know, look for some. I'm looking for some more things to add to that, and I have some ideas. So it's just going to take me a little bit to find the proper piece that I'm looking for, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, next, strap and belt loop. Secure that in so it doesn't come out the sides. I might put two on there, and one on the bottom just to wrap it fully, and then one up in the top here to wrap it around too. So I'll show it to you as I get to the next stage. Thanks for watching. So I have the two side pieces cut. This is, like I said, this is a used belt basically that I got from Value Village. It's from Nicaragua, but it's real leather, and that's awesome. So I'll put this here, here, and I still have this much left, which will be my belt loop. So, and I paid $3.99. I'm going to sew this together now, and put it up like that, and that should take care of holding the sides in. And I'm going to use these sewing holes that they used before. I'm going to take that out and just sew it together that way. Okay, so we've been working on this flashlight holder here, and my son Keegan, hello Keegan.
Hello.
He's been unraveling, because we want to use this as much of this as we can. So what he's doing is he's unraveling the thread that came with the belt. It's this little piece goes through, and when I go to sew it now, I'm going to reuse this thread, hopefully, and hopefully they'll be long enough, and we'll kind of use it to thread back through just the opposite directions. So it's the right color, the right length. We're just hoping that we have enough of it, that's all. So I'm going to keep going on this one, and he's going to keep going on that one, and it keeps him very occupied. Another thing to check out on YouTube is our channel. It's called The Junior Postman, and this is what we teach children. We teach them how to do just basic things like this. It's kind of modeled after the Cub Scouts, but we deal with a lot of like disasters as far as the summer goes. So with the Postman, Postmen, you can check it out on Facebook. We deal with a lot of disaster relief. So what we're doing is we're training up these younger kids to be able to, 1, take care of themselves, 2, take care of their families, and 3, take care of their neighbors. We're taught to love your neighbor as you love yourself, and that's what we're teaching these kids. So we're just going to continue doing that, and once we get these strings out here, this thread, I'll start sewing it together and I'll do another video. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Okay, we took the thread out, and what I did was I sewed one side together, Now it does look rough, but I'll fix that up afterwards. And we use the name that was on the belt. It said Nicaragua, so we put that on the outside of the case, so that's going to look pretty cool. I'm going to finish sewing this side up, and what I did was, instead of just putting little straps on the side, I actually put the actual casing around it. See, and what will happen is it'll bend over, it'll come around, and eventually we'll have it so that this slides into here. And what we'll do is, the plan is to put this up here like this. It'll snap on. I'm going to sew the two sides together on this here, this one on there, sew the bottom up, trim it to fit, and there you have it. That's what it'll be. It'll be my flashlight holder once that's all together and sewed the rest of the way, of course. But there you go. This would just go inside of here. Obviously this is going to be sewn, right? So it won't go in this way, it'll go in through the top. But you can see the main idea is to have it boxed in. And then I'll put my belt loop on it, trim up the edges so everything's all equal length. I reused the thread from the original. We still have some left. Just using a sewing needle, a larger sewing needle, just because it's already been cut. If there weren't holes in this already, it would be a pain in the butt. I'd have to make it myself, and that takes some time. But thank the Lord, I've actually got some holes already cut in there. So again, it's just an old belt that's been changed up. This is the keychain I was talking about. I basically just threw it together. That's my keychain. Goes on my keys. Snap. Snap! Yeah, so I've got, there's fishing hooks. There's rabbit snare, fishing line, thread. In behind there's water purification tablets. This can be my hunting gear on my keychain. Each one of them are different hooks. Yeah, and that's the keychain that I made. You should see that. You can see the video that I did it on, but I'm going to do more to this keychain, and I'll show you what I'll do as I go on. Right now, I'm trying to just get this flashlight thing done. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get to work on the other side, sewing that in and creating this case, and I'll do another. I'll let you know when I'm finished and throw another video up here. I might even just piece this together to be one full video, so we'll see. Just got this side left to sew up here, and then trim it up and do the bottom. One side is done. So this was the belt I bought for $3.99. I made my keychain and fishing tackle, hunting gear, And now I've made a flashlight holder. And what I'm going to do is I've got it basically all ready to go, except now on the back I'm going to put a belt loop so I can hook this up to my belt, and this will be carried with me all the time. So it's all recycled stuff. Awesome. That's how the threads looked before. They were going long ways, and I took the threads out, as you can see, and I used them again to go the opposite way. Looks good. And this basically cost me a couple bucks. That's it, like $2 or something, not even, because I got that belt, the rest of it here to use, and I've got a keychain holder and everything out of it. So yeah, if you haven't seen the keychain, again, check out the next video of a bug out keychain on my channel under WeeBee Bushcraft. WeeBee. Thanks guys, I'll get back to you after I get this back done. Okay, so I have my flashlight holder here, and I noticed that the best way to probably have a flashlight is to have batteries. So I have my flashlight, and I'm making a separate pouch now to go on the side of my flashlight holder, and that'll be my spare batteries. And, I think that's probably, I was going to maybe put a ferro rod or something on here, but I think the best thing to do would be to be putting spare batteries on there, and that way, you know, it's just good to have. So I'll do that, and I'll do another video in a little bit here. So I am now finished that one. There's my flashlight case right here. I kept the name from Nicaragua that was on the belt originally, so I just kept it. I used it. This fits perfectly on my belt. And this, I'm going to either put it on the front or on the side, which is probably better if I do put it on the side. Something like that. That way I have my spare batteries for my flashlight in its own little container. So I'll see how it goes. I'll figure it out. I might even just put another belt loop on this and have this as a separate one that I wear beside of it on my belt. We'll see. But yeah, it's all one belt. This is the only piece that I have left of that belt. I have a keychain too, I'll show you after I get this done. That matches these things as well. Ooh. Okay, so I've finished my projects. I basically have used up all my leather, so I'm gonna have to start looking for some new leather. Probably just gonna hit up some Value Villages or something like that and just see what I can find. as far as I can see. It's so hard to. Where's the? You gotta look directly there. Am I looking at you right now? Yeah. Okay. It's hard when you're recording to make sure that you're actually looking at that part there. So, without looking at yourself in the camera. But I finished my flashlight holder, and I've included on the side a mini battery holder. So I thought that was pretty cool, just a little extra. So I have my flashlight, and I have the 3 batteries that it takes to run my flashlight. Separate. And then my flashlight holder. What's that say? It's like backwards in the camera. It says Nicaragua. So this is Nicaraguan leather, I guess. I don't know. I found it. So $3.99. I got all this. Isn't that awesome? So I got my flashlight holder. Here's my flashlight. The 3 batteries. Carries my 3 batteries on the side. And my hunting keychain. My hooks. My snare wire. Fishing line. Sewing kit. Water tablets behind there. And this is going to be, I'm thinking, I still can't tell you, not until I'm totally done it. But this is going to be really handy. I know that people are going to end up really liking that. But yeah, that's cool, hey? So I got my whole system set up here. So this is on me at all times. So, you know, when I go out and stuff, it's going to be constantly there. I'll have my light, I'll have my food. And I'm also going to include a ferro rod. I'm going to include my other survival pack, which has 3 survival packs in it. It's just an old cell phone case. And I'll do a walkthrough on the next video of what I have in there. So it's pretty cool what you can fit in that. But I'm going to build an actual case for it because it's getting pretty tight. But it fits on my side, on my belt all the time. So that's what I'll be doing. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This is going to be called the Bug Out Flashlight, and this is the Bug Out Keychain. And there'll be 2 different videos on WeeBee, Bushcraft, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to do my other one. But yeah, subscribe and like if you liked it. Good day. I'm continuing on right now with my flashlight holder. So I've added onto the side, I've put the little battery pack on there. I don't know if you can see it. It's got 3 batteries in it. That's my spares. This was just an old belt that I used. This I'm going to put on. This is the strap for under the belt. I'm actually going to put that, now I'm going to put rivets in it so that it holds it. I've never done it before, so this will be my first time doing it. You'll have to bear with me. Let me see. I'm going to add another pocket under here, which will probably be a peanut lighter. I'd have to find it. I put it away somewhere. But the rivets are these things. They're assorted. It comes in a pack. It comes with the assorted rivets here. This is what holds your belt together and all that other stuff. So I'm going to give it a try. Hopefully it'll work out. It also comes with the 2 tools. This was $14 at our Michael's store, it's called. I went to 2 or 3 different places. Walmart doesn't carry them either. But here's the punch. It's just rounded at the tip so that you don't dent the thing. So I put the end in here and hammer it in, and it just sits up on top of this, which is, it's got an indent too. So you would just hit it like this with the rivet in there. So again, this is the only color I could find. If it weren't for that, I would get the same color, which is that button there, but instead I got the silver ones. So, oh well, it'll work. I don't mind at all. This was the pack from the snap fastener kit I used. So, a good deal. Works good. $7. Walmart comes with the tools that you need to do it with. Really good deal. And it has 10 sets in there, so that's awesome. I also did my keychain. There is a video on my channel on WeeBee Bushcraft that shows you how I did this. Again, it's just, it carries my fishing kit, carries snare wire, carries everything. And what I did was I actually added onto the back another belt loop. So not only can I carry that on my keychain, but I also can carry it upside down on my belt loop. I'm going to rivet this too. And I can attach my keychains to this and can hang off my side. So yeah, it works great. I'm getting into the leather here. It's pretty cool. I'm going to work on some more stuff soon. And this is another thing I just picked up. I'm going to mess around with this. This is going to come off. I'm going to change that up to a snap fastener. These rivets are really good actually for their size. And what it does is it just carries my Altoid tin. Picked this up at Value Village for $1.99. It's leather, real leather. Couldn't believe it when I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. Gonna fit great. So yeah, I'm gonna do some messing around with this. And this was my original cell phone case holder, which I carried my Altoid tin in and a bunch more stuff. But it was getting really packed and wouldn't close properly. So I went out and I looked at Value Village again. I love going to the thrift stores. It's just cheap stuff. And I found this pack and it's secured. I'm probably going to put a snap on this too, just because it's more secure than that Velcro. Also, it's got the two front packages, which I can carry one of my smaller kits. I haven't gone and taken you guys through what I carry on me, but I'm telling you, like, you know, I've got a lot of more stuff that I want to do before I can actually show, because I'm still learning myself. So it also carries a snare wire, my safety kit, chapstick, gum, just a bunch of different stuff in here. And now because I transferred my this kit, the Altoid kit, into its own container, I can actually fill this up even more, and it's awesome. I like having it. Then this was another cool find. I can't show you the name, or maybe I'll show you the name, but basically what it is, it was just some company made their advertising, and what they did was they put it on this pack, and so what it is it's actually a wallet. It's a really thin wallet, and I can fit it right inside of my safety kit. So I don't have to carry a big wallet now. I can actually take this, put in my debit card, my license if I want, my hunting license, you know, fishing license, whatever, and just carry with me what I would need in order to go out and do my survival day trips, night trips, whatever it is that I'm going to be doing. And it doesn't hurt to carry ID with you for emergencies. So this is really cool to have, and it was 99 cents. So that's awesome. That's another find. Then, because I was on a roll with belts, I find that's the cheapest way to get leather. I purchased a couple more. These are a little more costly, but the leather's beautiful. So I'm thinking those are going to be really nice to do. This one is really nice because it's thin leather. It's worn. It's got the paint kind of coming off the belt itself, but that's actual leather. That's the real deal, man. And it's a thick leather, you know. It's bigger than actually my, well, no, it's about the same size as the flashlight holder I have. So it's not so intricate with its design. It's just a basic leather, black leather belt, but it is so pliable. It's just beautiful. Like I can take this now, bend it right into, look how thin I can make that. So a lot of uses for that. I'm looking forward to doing some stuff with this one. So stick with me, subscribe, and when I start coming up with some more stuff to make. See, I can do what everybody else does, and just kind of copy them, but I'm not into that. I'm into inventing my own things. I like to do my own thing. The odd time I might, you know, check out some stuff, but look what I found. The bullet lighter. The peanut lighter. See that? I'm still getting used to looking at this camera right there. There. Anyways, check it out. All I have to do is put some lighter fluid into it. It sits on a keychain, and you just, and it would just light up, and it's in its own little container, you know. So all you do, you lift this out, put your fluid. It's a Zippo, but it's in a little tiny peanut case. Like this is smaller than a quarter, I guess. AAA battery. No bigger than a AAA battery, I wouldn't say. Look. So this is going to have its own little spot, Lord willing, right here. And I'm going to add on to that case that I have right here. Can you see it? So it'll have its own little spot right there, and I'll be able to carry flashlight, batteries, and lighter. Who knows, maybe I might just add a flint or a ferro rod or something here or here. We'll see. They're about this size, so I don't see why not. This could be all one case. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I like having it all together. Something about having just one case for everything. But, you know, you don't want to get too bulky either because it makes it hard to move around. And I don't know. We'll see. Lots of ideas. Hey, if you have any comments or any ideas that you want me to try out, feel free to leave a comment in the section there with the comments, and I'll see what I can do. Anyways, guys, God bless. Thanks for watching. See ya. Well, I am now going to begin the riveting. So I found that, you know, what I was doing before was I was using my knife and I was just drilling a little tiny hole with my actual knife. So what I did was I went out and got my drill, and this is what we need to do. You need to make it that big to go through here. See? And what happens is I don't know if you can see that or not. My fingers are like going too big. Anyways, it has to go through there, and it has to hold down the belt loop. So that's kind of what we want. But yeah, so I'm going to get to work on this little thing, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'm going to have to mess around with it here. It's quite actually, it seems like it's easy, but it's actually not. It's going to be kind of difficult. All those little, where are you? There you go. All those pieces. So I'm going to do my best. Once I get it, at least one in there, I'll just show you. Okay? Excellent. I'm not sure if this part goes in first or if I have to put this underneath. So let me look at the instructions. Where are you, instructions? See, can't be afraid to look at instructions. Okay. So, pretty straightforward. You put that piece underneath. Sits on top of this thing. That'll go inside of the leather sheath. And then I take the cap. It's so hard to see. Sorry, guys. Wow. Train is loud. And I don't have anything. So this goes inside of here. I'll have to get this piece inside of there, and then we'll have to tap it down on there, and this little piece goes on top, and you bang it through this leather. Now don't be afraid, I know that this isn't like a how-to video, so I mean, don't be afraid to go online and look up how to put in a rivet. So, I mean, I'm not doing the best instructional video. So, anyways, guys, very careful. So, I needed to put these sticks in here with the metal pounder cup that holds the bottom of this. Right now, I've got it in there. I got the top on. Now, all I should have to do is just hit it, and hopefully, it'll bend the metal that's in there and take care of that. So, we'll see here. Sorry about the video. I mean, you can barely see this, but I've got to have it on a somewhat sturdy surface, and it should just be a quick tap. I got my hammer this time instead of my hatchet, so we advanced a little bit. Okay, guys, let's do or die. Ready? Want to be sure that it actually bent it. You gotta hit it pretty hard, so. Should have worked. I don't know if you can see this or not, but basically I'm just trying to push this in here with this, and it keeps sliding off. And it's not a solid surface either, so like the desk is, but the wood those two pieces of wood that I have it on, it's more of an angle. In order for me to get in there, I had to do that. So let's just keep hitting it. That's a bit better. I think we might have got it. I think. Looks like it's pretty tight there. Let's do it one more time for safety measures. There's not supposed to be any play on this at all anyway, so that looks good, man. Let's see. I'm gonna take this out. See what I did? I had to tape that middle piece that we hit. I had to put the two pieces of wood together to put it in there to hold it up close to the top. Because you're actually supposed to do this before you even sew it together. And of course, dumb me, I turned around and had the brainiac idea to do it afterwards. So, look at that, man. Woohoo! Done. Now, I gotta do this 3 more times, but what a blessing, because that ain't coming out, man. That is awesome. So, what I had originally done was I just did a quick red-green fix by super gluing the leather on. I did the same thing here, super glued it. It didn't, it held great. This let go earlier today, and just to be safe, I took it off my belt, and I was like, no, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to go get the stuff for it, and I did. So now, 3 more times. 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 more times I have to do this. So I'll get back at you. Did I just say back at you? Who says that nowadays? Anyways, I'll do the 3 more, and then I'll come back on and do another video. See ya. Gonna try and get it into that little tiny hole there. On the side. Just do yourself a favor and do this first if you're going to build one of these things, okay? Pain in the butt. Now we're going to put it up through. Grab it not tightly on the end, because you don't want to squish it so the top doesn't go in. And just kind of push the leather down around it. See it? It's all it needs to come through. And then the hard part, the hardest part is getting this to line up with that so that I can hit it. If it weren't for that, it would be a lot easier. I'd have this done by now. See, I just got it so that it goes in. Did I get it? I think I got it. Where's my flashlight? There we go. Flashlight, hold it. No. Very, very close. So you think it'd be easy, but it's actually not. It's a lot harder than what you think. Alright, I think we got it. Yes, we did. Nice. Okay. Now, same process. This is the second one, so that's 2. They give you a lot for 14 bucks, so it's a little expensive. I wouldn't pay that if it were just these, but because they gave you the metal punch kit basically with it, it's worth it. And for some reason they only do silver. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the place. I went to Fabricland. I went to, where else? At Walmart. And again, I got those snap fasteners from Walmart, and it was a great price. But they have a ton of different colors. But this one, for some reason, it didn't allow me to get any other colors. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna turn this off so that I can I'm gonna save you the headache, because it's gonna be kind of loud, you know. Hammer, punch. Okay, ta-da. 2. We have 2 rivets. So now I have to do, look at that joint. It's pretty cool, eh? They match so well that you can barely even see that until I go like this. See? And now I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more up here, and then this is solid. And then I'm going to actually take this out, and I'm going to, inside of there, I'm going to put, I would say, I think 1 would probably hold it well, but just to be safe, I'm probably going to put 2 in. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. What is with me tonight? Hello. Okay, so we are finito. There you go. 4 rivets. The first time I've ever put in rivets. So I think that's going to work awesome. It's nice and secure. Now I don't have to worry about the super glue letting go. I mean, it was just I was trying to cheat basically. That'll teach me better. Yeah, so anyways guys, I'm going to get working on this side and fix up this button because it's squashed a little bit. I'll fix that up, straighten it out, and other than that, it's done. Okay. Hey, have you ever done something like you've been recording a video and you just like say the weirdest stuff? I've done that like so many times tonight, and I had to keep recording it over and over and over. Just like, you know, it's a pain in the butt. Maybe I'll just do like a live version of it. Not live, but see, again, maybe I'll just do like a unedited version of maybe some outtakes or something. You can just see how many times I actually have to record these things. So it's not as easy as it looks. Anyways, guys, talk to you soon. Okay, so this is finished. I did the 4 rivets on the rear, so it's secured. I also, when I was putting holes in these, actually what ended up happening is somehow the button got squashed. The other button I had on here, fastener, it got squashed, so I ended up having to take this out and replace that too. So next I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to get to work on these. So basically it's just removing 1 AAA, 2 AAA, 3 AAA. Yeah, so we have 3 AAA batteries that fit in there, which is what my flashlight actually takes. So, you know, you can get flashlights that use less batteries, which I probably could find to fit this. So that might be something I'm going to look into, because you think if you can find one flashlight that uses 1 AAA battery, if I have 3 in here, that's going to last a long time. Whereas if I use 1 flashlight for 3 batteries at a time, you know, it gives me 1 cycle of batteries. So we want to avoid that. So maybe I'm going to look into another flashlight. The flashlight that I actually have is called, this was given to me a long time ago. It's called a Dorsey or a Dorky. D-O-R-C-Y. It's a beautiful flashlight. It's really heavy. It actually has, you can adjust the width of the beam. It's on a ball bearing. It's got the straight, so you can see it's goes thinner, higher, and you can see if I press it again, it starts doing the SOS flashing. So yeah. So yeah, it's a really good flashlight, but again, it uses 3 batteries. So I'm going to look into something else. If anybody's got any more flashlights they think that they'd like me to try out, let me know and I'll take a look at them. Okay, so I'll finish this off. I'll put my plan is to put another rivet there, and possibly I think I might put 2 in there because it's wide enough to put 2, and I'll just do them along the top inside here. Yeah, so that's going to take a few minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, so I've got the rivets into the small battery holder. I've got 1 in there, and I've got the next one to do. So it's pretty sturdy. Well, it's done. Now we're gonna start looking at different ways to add to this. Maybe, like I said, add the peanut lighter here, something like that, or I don't know. I don't want to overdo it on this thing, but it'd be pretty cool if I could do something to add this lighter somehow to the flashlight, or maybe even to the side of the case here, something like that. I don't know. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get to work on this one, and I'm going to change this buckle out. It needs a snap on there. It's too flimsy, keeps coming open, and I just don't want it on there. So I'm going to put a button on that now. But yeah, so this will be under my bug out flashlight everyday carry. So I'll show you guys my everyday carry when I've got it properly done, and I don't look like an amateur. Okay,